The golden pursuits for the month of May are probably some of the best we've ever seen. The first reward is a furnishing that lets you control the weather. The next reward is 35,000 gold. But best of all, the capstone reward, the Grand Gallery of Tamriel. This house is absolutely massive. And the best part about it, this is all entirely free at 5, 15, and 25 pursuits completed. Now they give you 28 days to complete this, but today we're gonna try to do it in one. So full disclosure, I technically already did one. I did my daily writs and that's 6 quests, so we've got 5 done right here, but to get to 25 for the Grand Gallery of Tamriel, we still got a ways to go. Now we do have new pursuits that are different from what we've had before, granted starting off with about the same stuff. Player house is probably one of my favorite because very easy to knock out. You can see for the challenge we're starting day 1 and we have 27 days and 17 hours remaining. These pursuits are pretty cool. Doing dungeons multiple times. Probably do these towards the end just because these are gonna take some effort just to run them back and forth. Down here we have this partially full just because of the writs that we just did. So we're starting off with the easiest one, visiting player houses. Nice. Pretty cool. Not bad. This one's pretty cool. Now they intend this to actually make you visit other player houses, but your own houses do count as well. Here's one and another. Probably one of the nicer ones that I have and more recent. Almost done. And here is 10. So just like that, we have 3 out of 25 out of the way. And we are working towards this storm control. But next up, I guess an easy one would be crafting. Now full disclosure, I don't craft a ton, so I don't have that many ingredients or that many recipes. This will work. We can just make a ton of these. And, oh, well, I guess we gotta make them one by one. I swear for old pursuits, you could just build one thing and just have it be 50 and that would count. Seems like we gotta go one by one. Let's see if that works. I think it should. Yeah, there we go. So that is our first 5 pursuits done, meaning we've unlocked the icon of storm control. This thing is pretty cool. It allows you to obviously control the weather. So if you have the time of day control, combining these two is gonna give you a lot of customization for your house. And you're getting this thing for free, which is pretty cool. I mean, granted, everything in the pursuits is for free, which is, in my opinion, the best rewards we've ever had for golden pursuits, thus the challenge. We still have a few more to go, but honestly, I'm just happy that without harvesting resources, I'm able to knock this one out, and there we go. All right, all the crafting has been done. We are now 6 of 25 along the way. Now for our next pursuit, actually, the dark anchors and incursions should be pretty easy, assuming they'll overlap. I forgot we could actually pin this to keep track, make it a lot easier. So of course, we are heading to the Elite Desert. It's a small map, and the dark anchor rotation is pretty quick, so this is actually a pretty popular spot. And I guess I can take this opportunity to level up my companions.
In light or shadow, I am here.
Now this is a really popular spot for dark anchors to the point where a lot of the enemies die pretty quickly as soon as they spawn in. So the biggest thing is just getting a hit. And I don't think we're gonna get it. We were a little late to this one, but that's also why it's so popular to do it here, because the 3 locations are super quick. This is actually where people go to level up their characters, because you can actually level up pretty quickly just farming these. And again, main thing is just getting a single hit. As long as you get that one hit, it'll count. So ranged attacks and AoEs are definitely the best way to go here, but as long as you can get a hit like that, it counts. And with so many people, all these enemies get melted so quickly. So many people farm dark anchors here in the Elite Desert, so this is perfect just to knock them out for the golden pursuit. Now this is all about just being quick and making it to the dark anchors as they're going on, so we'll add the Ring of the Wild Hunt. And when you finish, you just go to the nearest way shrine and find the next one and just port there. And each one is by a way shrine, so super simple to repeat. This helps too. I don't know if it counts, but in my head, I'm helping. And there we go. Well, we got XP from it, but I'm still gonna try to hit something. So yeah, you can do these pretty quickly. And yes, dark anchors count as incursions, so we're knocking both of these out at the same time. I guessed on the location of this last one just because I wanted to see the animation of it like actually showing up. And this is looking pretty cool. And that is 6. And you do get a chest for every dark anchor defeated, but usually there's a wall of people, so you don't always see it. After those 2 pursuits, we are now 8 of 25, which is just under a third of the way there. And next, I guess we can do the resources just because it's down here, and we can just kind of knock out this entire bottom section. A pretty easy place to knock it out would be just here outside Alinor, and we can go ahead and get my banker and my German Shepherd. This way we can have 2 dogs following me, just because we're going to be running around anyway. Now for this pursuit, we do have some champion points in the Master Gatherer skill line, so it should be going by pretty quickly. But this is definitely one of those just knock it out pursuits, because it'll only take like 5 to 10 minutes. It's really not that bad. It might actually be better to go to like Canarthi's Roost, where things respawn a little quicker, and just harvest wood, because you could get a lot of heartwood like that. But we are already here, and you can honestly do this wherever. Yeah, that was only about 5 minutes, and we are done. We'll get this one too, just because it's right here. But yeah, really not bad. So checking our lists, we are now 9 of 25, and we have this entire bottom section done. Next up, let's go ahead and do a Battlegrounds match. These are actually pretty quick, and we only need to do one. We'll see how long the queue takes, but shouldn't be too bad. This is why he's the best.
I love you.
It's actually taking a while, so we might hop out and do this Ethereum Archive, because that is also something that we can do once. Or not. There we go. Usually the more obscure and cooler the armor, the better they are, so this guy should be pretty good. Now, I am very out of practice, so wish me luck. I really like the design of this spot, just putting it like on this bridge, but if Call of Duty's taught me anything, it's that the point in the middle is always the most important. I think this guy's AFK. I definitely forget how fun this is sometimes, but a lot of it does come down to your team. As long as you got a decent one, it'll be a good time, but we only need to do one of these anyway. We're doing pretty good, actually. And we are done. Now, I didn't do a ton, but I am very out of practice. So we now have 10 out of 25 done. What's that, 40%? I think, something like that. The entire bottom section done. We have a trial to do and a ton of dungeons. I'm thinking the next easiest would be 30 foes, because I'm assuming we can just go into a delve and knock it out like that. Why did I choose this one? I don't really know, but there has to be more than 30 enemies in here. Do snakes count? That counted. Is there another one? Yes. Off to a great start. Now 30 isn't a ton, it'll probably take you like less than 5 minutes, but the easiest way to do it and quickest is definitely going to be to aggro a bunch of enemies and kind of consolidate them into one area. And here's number 30 right here. Cool, so that one really took no time at all. So on to the next area, which is going to be Stormhaven. Random delve. It's pretty easy to run through this one, but I'm thinking there is that one pursuit about class abilities. Now, I'm not really specifically trying to do it with class abilities, but maybe we'll get it. I mean, we still have a long way to go. Ooh, quest. This is definitely going to be like my ideal way to go about knocking out the quests. I mean, you can do the dailies, but if you're just trying to do this in one day, it's really just about getting as many easy quests as you can. And here we are done. Did all that, just didn't even make it to the landing. Okay, on to the next one, which is gonna be East March. I'm always here, but it's only for way shrines by the Enchanted Snow Globe home. But let's see what we can do in this delve. What is that? Twitching Draugr hand. Not bad. The one thing that I don't like killing in this game are the wolves. It just feels so mean, but I mean, hey, it counts. It counts. So that was 30. We're done. Now, public dungeon bosses in Grotwood. That might take a while. Delve bosses might be a little easier. Look at this one. I checked the map, and there is one right by a way shrine, right here. So, easy choice. This is where we're starting. Might be a little busier than I thought. Just going off of the map, it's usually right by where the closed off section is, towards the entrance, so it should be there. Judging by the group of people circling a spot, I think we found it. I don't know how long it takes for these guys to respawn, but might as well wait. I don't know. There we go. And melted. Alright, that is one down. On to the next one. And should be is that larger section? Oh, they're actually here. Sweet. Got my one hit. Anybody else? There you go. I would just feel really guilty if I were to kill them before somebody notices, so I know this is going to take a while anyway. Might as well share the wealth. He respawned very quickly. What's the timing on it? Because that was like 2 minutes, and the last one was like 10. Well, if we're going to be here waiting for a bit, how about some entertainment? Nothing in that. Bam. I have a running theory that clearing the room makes them spawn faster. Ooh, there we go. They're not even looking. I wish there was a way to have like proximity chat just so I could tell them, but hey, he got the hit. He got the hit. We're good. We're good. They killed him. Okay, that is all 5. On to the next pursuit. Let's try the dungeons. Might be easier. There is also the crime wave event going on right now, so might as well get some stuff.
They're overpaid anyway.
Maybe this one won't be as easy. There's a bunch of people outside. But looking at the map, no, we should be okay. There's actually a lot of enemies, so I imagine we'll at least have a good rotation. There should be 2 here, and yeah, we've got nothing. I mean, I guess it's bears to ask the question, do you wait at a spot for them to respawn, or do you just keep running around trying to find bosses? Just barely made it. That counts. We do have one here. I think this is the group event boss. I don't remember how to get him out. Actually, I think we just kill the enemies around. The soul's going to the wall, and I think after a certain amount, the wall comes down. Yep, there we go. Anybody else? No? I think they're just going to be waiting for their specific enemies, which I don't mind, but I think for the dungeons at least, considering you need 10, it's better to just go in a rotation and just leave the waiting in a spot for the delve bosses, because 5 is much more manageable. Oh, they're back here. Well, we're getting there. And we missed it again. What's up here? I've done this before, but granted, it was a long time ago. There is one up here. I drew out this fight for a while, and nobody came up. I really think everybody's just waiting in a specific spot. Alright, there we go. I think I just came in very early on whenever people had already just barely killed their bosses. But now it seems that we're getting a little bit more action. And the beauty of it is, there's a lot of enemies that are together, a lot of bosses that are together, so just right here, when one responds, the other will as well. Just like that, we're halfway done. Are you back yet? Awesome. People really are just forgetting about this one. I don't know why nobody's coming up here. Oh, I feel bad. Wait, why am I? The Horver has a... I think I was attacking the wrong. I still got it, but I was attacking the wrong person. Home stretch and little siphon. Okay, I'm done. I got a hit. And this one should be respawning here as well. And okay, awesome. Ranged attacks are definitely the way to go because it's a bit of a safety net. People are killing these things so quickly. There we go, number 10. Okay, we are done with the dungeon bosses in Rotwood. That wasn't too bad. It took like 20-ish minutes, but it felt like it took a long time. And we got our 35,000 gold. Just gonna deposit everything, because that's the other thing. You are gonna get a lot of loot. And I am gonna take a lunch break, because we've been at it for a minute now.
2 hours later.
So we were at 17 hours remaining, now we're at 13 hours remaining. I took like a 2-hour lunch break, so we've only been at it for like 2 hours. Really not that bad. There is a listing to do Aetherian Archive, and it's one of the pursuits, so we're gonna go ahead and just run it real quick. I don't remember much about this one. It's pretty though. I just remember the like little circle stones. We just gotta stand on those, and that's probably the biggest thing you're gonna wait for, because not everybody knows to do this. Then you get teleported into these separate sections, but this is definitely an easy one. I wouldn't worry if you've never done a trial before. You can run this pretty easily without knowing anything about what you're doing other than the circle stones. There's enough people that it should be pretty easy. These are glowing, so this is when we stand on them, and now we wait. But yeah, I remember the first time I did this, I had no idea what I was doing. I just followed everybody else, and ended up working out. So yeah, just follow what everybody else is doing. But we don't want to aggro the bosses before everybody else gets here. And done. I think we have one more. I think it's just the main boss. Yeah, we are about to be done. This was pretty quick. You can actually mount running through these things, which is pretty cool. But that's where we're going. They do have a lot of health, but when you have 12 people attacking, it goes by pretty quickly. And I think I was the last hit, so pretty cool. But we are done. I'm pretty confident there were a good amount of people that didn't know what they were doing, but it's that easy, and nobody died. We knocked it out pretty quickly. Now for our next pursuits, I guess we can try a tribute match. I haven't done one in a while, and I don't even remember how to play. That was a mistake, and it took forever, so we're not gonna try these. I do have this delve quest that I needed to complete. There it is. Cool. Nice and easy. Delve bosses was super easy. It was just waiting around more than anything, so we'll do that next. Well, has to be over here. But we're probably going to be waiting some more. Feels like if you're on a quest, maybe that's what triggers them to come back. Maybe. Yep, he's back. I almost missed that. I don't think it's that people are trying to kill them. I think it's that there's so many people waiting that their first initial hit, all combined, adds up to a ton of damage. This next one's right here by the Way Shrine. It's not dying though. Awesome. Since we're going to be waiting, might as well get something out of it. I think a bump in the respawn rate would be perfect for this, or even just giving them more health. I'm spending more time here just waiting, and people are missing it like that. Alright, number 3, right there. Ooh, nice quest. I bet this would be a lot easier if you're not doing it day 1, but here we are. Guess I'll just sit. I guess that's why it feels like it takes so long, because they're only here for a few seconds. Gonna close out this quest from the Delve, and it should be what, 11? 12? Nope. I'm thinking, because this one's further out and harder to get to, maybe it'll be empty. Well, no. Found it. This is the right spot, right? I feel like at some point they could prank me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a crowd starts forming around someone's AFK because it looks like they're waiting for a boss. But hey, that's another one off the list. We could go to this one right by a Way Shrine, but no. There has to be less people in this other one. There's nobody outside, which is a good sign. And I just missed it. Okay, he respawned really quickly, so not complaining. So that is all 5 Delve bosses. We're 19 of 25, so we only need 6 more. We're doing pretty good. We've actually cleared out a lot of these. I mean, none of the dungeons have been done, but this entire bottom section is done. Dungeons will probably do last. I do have a quest for Tanloran that I've been meaning to do, so let's go ahead and start with this one.
Ha! Snapdragon, you angry genius! Mix it at the alchemy table.
Okay. Well, guys, that was traumatic.
Let's go.
I definitely like how they gave these guys more health. Makes it a lot more, like, involved, you know? I bet there's gonna be some sort of big fight later on. Don't tell me. I haven't looked ahead. This definitely took longer than I was thinking it would, but at least we get a furnishing out of it. Our rapport barely went up, though. Some dailies are definitely gonna be a lot quicker. I think this is a world boss, but I've cleared the map, so it should be doable. Don't mind me just taking notes. Now, I don't know if this guy needs help, but I'm going to go ahead and say that they do, just because it'd be pretty rude if I just, like, ran right by. And last notes are done. Onto the world boss, which Miri is a lot more leveled up, so she can actually help. Like, she's maxed out. Maybe I spoke too soon, but main thing here, you can interrupt their little things that they're doing to get, like, more health and whatnot. I think this boss looks a lot harder from the outside because it's 4 different enemies, but each of them only has like 500,000 health, so that's the 2 million on the top bar, but you just take it one by one, it's pretty easy. Granted, there's a ton of other easier daily quests you can do. Why I did this one, I don't really know. But granted, if you're not trying to do this all in one day, piece of cake. Okay, so that is 12 out of 15. Public Dungeon in Rivenspire is up next. We're gonna go down here first. It's basically a big circle, which a lot of them are, granted, but you know. And I think we just missed him. I think this one will be easier. It's more open space, and there we go. So we got one, and nobody's around. Yeah, there's literally nobody here. All right, I guess this one's just me taking my time with it though, but they don't have the most health, and my bad. Anything in here yet? No? I thought they'd respawn together, but let me go ahead and mark this down because I want to keep up. There they are. Again, nobody came by. What's going on in here? Yes, we got one. This one's definitely a lot easier. It's only been, what, like 5 minutes? No, we missed them. What is this? Huh. Well, this is more about speed, so let's go ahead and use this. Oh yeah, they're definitely respawning much quicker in this one. Even in here, and here's my one hit. Okay, you guys can take care of them. No? Wait, as long as everybody gets a hit, we're all good. Alright, there we go. Halfway done. This is why I run around with the great sword, so I can barely make it, sweetie. Okay. I'll take it. Just one hit, that's all it takes. Oh, and they respawned over here. Okay. Let me get my one siphon. And guys, anything? Guys, I don't think they noticed. Hopefully they're done, but yeah, okay, sweet, we got someone. Now I don't feel as bad. As long as we can get somebody else, because it doesn't take us long here, granted, but it still feels really bad if you're the only one attacking one of these bosses. I tried. I've just been running in circles. Unlike the public dungeon in Grotwood, you can't really do circles there. Here you can. And here's number 10. That easy. So yeah, this one only took like 15 minutes. Really not bad. Just 5 more to go. This one did give me an interesting sense of how quickly we can do it. So next up, let's try our luck at the public dungeon in Stone Falls. It's just outside the edge of town, but how do we get there? If we can get up here. Oh, I remember this one. Wasn't there a story quest here? I think right here. Yeah. First boss, and no. Well, it looks like they're trying to summon him. There's something going on here. I think this would be a group event, boss. Did I do anything? Oh, I don't think I did that, but we'll take it. Anybody else? No. And they are dead. That's one. First lap done, and it's not back. Huh. Okay, I've got a strategy, and it's gone by pretty quickly. You wait here, because here you can look between 2 bosses. Up here would be the giant spider, down there would be the big bear. So you basically just wait out for one of them to show up. Granted, you'll see this one up here, you'll probably hear the one down there. And because we're trying to help people out, we're looking to see if there's anyone else that wants to take some damage on the boss, considering everybody's waiting for the bosses. We'll still take our time. We try. But yeah, next, once you finish that one, you come down here and you land right at the base of the cave. You look for this guy and he's not here. So you just run down and you go down to this point on the map because there's 2 here and you basically just circle around. So down here, they are not here, and this is the next point, and they are here. So this is number 10. Got my hit. Anybody else want to? Okay, cool. We both got our hits, and I think everybody else is just kind of waiting around. There's not as many people in this one for whatever reason, but we are done. That's all 10. If timing-wise, Rivenspire was number 1, because that one was pretty quick, this is definitely number 2. There's a boss there, and nobody around. But yeah, Grotwood's definitely number 3 in terms of like timing and feasibility. That one takes a while, but these other 2, these last 2, definitely recommend them. And just like that, we are at 21 pursuits done. Let's go ahead and do these last 5 delve bosses in Deshawn. This has proven to not be the case, but again, I'm going for the one that's a little bit harder to get to. Hopefully, less people in here. And I spoke too soon. We did get a quest though. Just gotta grab this, and I'm assuming take it to someone outside the delve. This is the right spot, right? Yes, it is. My 1 hit. Okay, we are good. 1 out of 5. Let me activate this so that we can track it. It's gonna put us at 13. And you're welcome. And we'll go right back to the delve bosses. Delve number 2. I think after you get like the first 3, you could probably just wait somewhere. This is definitely one of the simplest designs. And we are back to more waiting. This is definitely scroll on your phone time, but if you just get distracted for a little bit, you might miss it, because that's how quickly they're gone. Number 3. And I just missed it. There we go. They're here. There we go. It definitely feels like there's something that if you attack the enemies nearby, it triggers the bosses if they're not spawned in. I can't prove it, but at least from what's been going on here, definitely feels like it. The last one. Ooh, and we have a quest. Even better. Is it down there? No. I don't think there's a way back up, so it shouldn't be down there. They're here. They're not paying it. There we go. I always get so worried, but at the same time, I don't want to be the one to kill it. Alright guys, 5 out of 5. Almost done. Just going through everything, we've got a lot done. We're not doing the 40 fish because fishing takes forever. Yeah, just no. We'll probably do some dungeon runs as well, just because depending on the dungeon, you can get them done pretty quickly, and most people can solo a lot of these as well. So being able to do it in a group should be a piece of cake. Let me see if there's any group finder listings. There's this guy that says he needs help, so we could probably join. Maybe he's gonna do the golden pursuits. Just maybe. Let me ask if he needs any help with. Well, I was just trying to help. This is why I love the Delve quest. It's literally just find somebody, give them something, and you are done. I'm gonna make a group finder listing. These are so much easier to do if you have a full group, especially if you're doing them on regular. You can run them pretty quickly. Which one's the one in Grotwood. Fungal, no, Elden Hollow, that's the one. Let's go ahead and make a listing. Now, it is really easy, so we don't need to worry about champion points or enforcing the roles. Just looking for a group to get this thing going. I'm gonna go ahead and start this one myself, just to give the group a little head start. I've already got our first person in, and they're actually nice. Next person, awesome. Okay, this is filling up a lot quicker than I thought it would, but I'm probably gonna need to go back because I don't think they can just sneak through all these people. As a Nightblade, you can definitely just walk through a good portion of this dungeon undetected, and what I'm learning very quickly is that this will be a piece of cake. We're going to remove my companion so that if a fourth person comes in, they can just join real easy. It definitely helps to clear the room before you get to the boss, just makes the whole thing a lot easier. But nonetheless, being a base game dungeon, this one's super easy to do. Now, I don't know if we're going to do all 3 runs, but I'm going to keep the listing up just because you got to run it 3 times anyway. And probably one of the best things about this dungeon, you really don't have to worry about mechanics. It's really just attack whatever is attacking you, and chances are you're going to win. We got a 4th. I think you can just sneak by this guy, but considering we have a full group now, let's go ahead and knock it out. We are already at the end. I think someone got left behind, but it'll pull them in if they're not close enough, but still. This definitely took a lot less time than I was anticipating, and to have a full group after just listing the group for, what, 5 minutes? That is the one misleading bit. While there is seemingly some inactiveness in the group finder, a lot of it is because groups are being formed so quickly that you don't actually see the listings. But hey, piece of cake. Oh, perfect. They want to go again. Now, I haven't done dungeon runs of like the same dungeon over and over again before, but supposedly, if everybody leaves the instance and then you switch the difficulty, so we're on normal, we're gonna go to veteran, and then we switch it back, it'll reset. It worked. Alright, if it's that easy, let's go again. And everyone's back. I'm pretty sure they were very specific about which dungeons they were going to do for the pursuits, just the base game ones and the ones that you can get done pretty quickly, because some of the other ones take a while. Let's do it one more time. Switching difficulty, and back. I travel in between it because I feel like that gives it time to set. Probably don't even need that, but here we go. Last run. I really didn't know it was that easy to reset dungeons. A lot of the times I was like logging out, logging back in. This is much better. Now we're currently at 22 golden pursuits done. After this fight, it'll be 23. So we can do one more dungeon run of another dungeon and one quest. Hopefully we can pick up a quest from that dungeon. Then we'll be at a full 25 out of 25. That's 23 pursuits completed and still have 27 days and 9 hours. Oh, I forgot we cannot stand here because the room gets like taken over, so I don't know. Basically this comes up. You gotta head out. Fungal Grotto. All the dungeons and the pursuits are pretty easy, but this one I think is the quickest. Let's mark it down so that we can track progress. Everybody's here and ready to go. The last one we did pretty quickly, but I think this one's shorter, so we can probably do it even faster. So I'm gonna time this one. It also definitely helps if you're like me and you put a lot of effort into upgrading your movement speed, but we are running through this. Here we have our first smaller boss. There's 2 bars on top, not 3, so not like a full-on boss, but pretty easy. Thinking about it now, if you're doing this earlier on, with how easy a lot of these are, you could definitely put some effort into getting kills with specific like skills and classes to get that one other achievement, but as far along as we are now, really don't need to worry about it. If you're going for like a true speed run, you could probably aggro this guy when the group is still around, but it's definitely easier if you just clear out all the space beforehand, and then after that I think it triggers like his actual response to jump down. I'm kind of sad, they were talking about doing like a handful more, but this is the last one that I need. Well, granted I still need the runs, but the last dungeon itself. Okay, so we are approaching the shortcut, which basically just takes you straight to the end of it. So rather than attacking these guys, there's this little cliff right here. You just jump down, and you're basically gonna swim towards the back end, the west, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna squeeze through here, and there's a little crevice somewhere around here. I don't really know what these other guys do. I think it's, yeah, right here. You're basically just gonna hit this little crevice, and you're just gonna try to jump up. It's gonna take a little bit of effort, especially if you're all doing it at the same time. But you get here, and you're basically at the fight. And again, super easy. So here we are at time. That was what, less than 5 minutes? I don't even know how. It was very quick. So another run should take no time at all. Just looking at the information, less than 3 minutes for that entire dungeon. So I'm loving this. This is definitely one of the more immersive parts, just jumping down. It feels really cool, and you know, just doing it as a group, there's some sort of team building aspect to it that I feel. And I can't get up. Guys, we're getting really close. Last run. Now, thinking about it and just kind of thinking of the time, if you have a group, it'd be much quicker to do all the dungeons rather than like waiting for the delve bosses to respawn. This is so quick. First up, and we get the cool animation. But the other thing about like choosing to do this over the delves is that you're actively doing something. It's not just like waiting around, and actually pretty fun. You get better rewards too for completing this as opposed to completing the delves. Wait a second. Did I do a daily and forget to finish? Yes, I did. This is it, guys. This quest I did a while ago and I completely forgot about it. Completing it, this is going to be 15 out of 15. This is going to be the full 25 pursuits done. And we have officially completed the challenge. We now have the Grand Gallery of Tamriel. Oh, gee. Everybody else was waiting for me. We're going to do another dungeon because I was going to help them out, but we did it. I did tour this house when it was added in the update a few months ago, and I absolutely loved it. The actual loading image is of a gallery, and if you guys have seen my other videos, I have a tour of my Pantherfang Chapel, which is I call the Collector's Gallery, because I wanted to have like a full gallery experience. But having a dedicated house for this is absolutely perfect. This thing is massive. It has this outdoor section. Obviously there's the indoor section that we'll check, but let's go ahead and check some of the stats. So we have 27 days and 9 hours left. We started at 27 days and 17 hours. So much less than a day. I thought a day would be stretching it, but I mean, if you're playing this game as consistently as I have today, you can get it done in just a few hours. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh, I really like this too. You can come inside and we can have trees inside, which is a big one because kind of having that connection to nature, I definitely really like inside the houses, especially for like enchanted lights. Man, we can display so many. I think that's the concept. You're supposed to display everything you've accomplished after your 10 years playing the game. Well, 11 years actually, technically, because it came out 2014. I do have a few furnishings I have yet to put anywhere. I had them in another build, but ended up not utilizing it. I have this fish tank. Yeah, we'll mess with it later. I think there's an upstairs section as well. And you can go even higher, actually. Has this nice little courtyard area on the roof, kind of like, there's something like this in the Gold Coast, I think. And I think the Rift is the perfect place for this house, because look at this is gorgeous. This feels very authentic, Elder Scrolls, and well, we did it, guys. We completed it. There is one last thing to do. Let's place this chair down. Look at everything that we now get to enjoy. Yeah, this was awesome. Very poetic. Our buffs have expired, and just like that, challenge is complete. So we did it, guys. This is going to be one of my biggest challenges to furnish this thing. I obviously have multiple houses that I'm working on, but this one is probably one of the ones I'm most excited about.